Hello everybody and welcome to episode 39 of my Oxygen Included Let's Play series. I missed telling you all who I am. I am Lisbeth. So, what are we up to today? Let's see. Well, what have I done, more importantly? Let's pause for a second. It is currently cycle 1111. I did what I said I would. We have our little vacuumed out room in here. There is absolutely zilch in there. If we go to that, look, it's very unbreathable, of course, but it's a vacuum, and it looks very nice, thank you. And I had to take out the drywall behind these because, of course, the drywall transfers heat, and these are transferring heat, and we want to limit the amount of heat that we're transferring. Now, I've been having the auto sweepers sweep everything and just dump it up here on this tile right there, which is perfectly fine. And I've also had them come along and remove a few of these, but unfortunately we're having trouble with some power at the moment. They don't want to fix that, or they took a very long time not wanting to fix it. Anyway, what I'm doing right here is putting in a water pump. And it is just to pump salt water up. So why am I pumping salt water up? Well, we ran out of water in here. Isn't that nice? So what I've got to do about that now is I need to actually hook us up to a proper source of water. And as we have already agreed upon, I'm going to use this here. And I'm going to use this here on top of this here. Plumbing, we can now reconnect that. I am satisfied. Not quite. Oh, I just pumped all the carbon dioxide out of that. I'm so frustrated. Man. Why does it have to be like this? I actually just pumped all the carbon dioxide out of it and then I ruined everything. That's a problem for future me. I'm more interested in this. Anyway, because this brine is so cold, it's coming out here at -4.3 and it's coming out of here at below 0. Which is very not good, no fun times. So I was going to run this hot water up here, and we'll dump it in here, and then we will... so what we're going to do in order to not melt the entire biome around it... Can I not? Huh. I suppose that can happen. But yeah, we're just gonna do something like this. And we will enclose the tank, of course. Which is nice, but we will have to deconstruct a couple of these tiles. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do about it, because we ran out of water, as I mentioned. Now, what are we doing today? Well, nothing over here, that's for sure. I'm at the very least going to try and start salvaging this now. I did promise we were going to finish this. So, as I said, they've been sweeping it. I'm getting them to remove a few extra tiles here. So we've got this huge vacant space here. And I might actually put a glass window, so we'll have, like, all these conveyors, like 3 rows of conveyors coming up through here. And I'll make a little, like, you know, it all splits off and there's all this, like, stuff. And I can put that behind glass, so I'll move them both over one. And then I can have the wall back, of course. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool to look at. But first off, we need to do the plumbing and cooling loop, don't we? So obviously we need more... that can go like that. And... well, let's start with... that can go. All of that can go. I'm going to have to rebuild it almost immediately. To accommodate for the you know, icy cold water that we're going to be bringing through here. And we're just going to run it straight across there. Like that. And we'll just dump it straight on top. Actually, we'll dump it a few over. And we will, of course, need a ladder in there. So that'll help us out. And I will also need a bridge. We're going that way. Yeah, that's very good. Alright. That insulated liquid pipe underneath does not get deconstructed. In fact, we're going to cancel all of those. That can go. And that can go, and that one can go. Alright, that'll help us out a bit there. Plumbing for the loop now. Actually, I'm going to get them to get rid of this because it's just going to be distracting. Because I'm going to keep looking at it and being like, oh, that's not what I want. Now, the question is, it's going to come around this way. Which way is the liquid going to go? Oh, one more thing. Nos sprouts are going really, really well. Look how we're going for food. We've got a bunch of different stuff now. We've got loads and loads of tofu, of course. So now the bottleneck is kind of pinch a pepper nut. Hopefully this will... Yeah, Rowan will start using this. And we can turn this off for now, actually. No, we will turn it back on. Just so we cook up the rest of this mush bar. But yes, okay. That's everything, I think. So let's get them to clean this stuff up. That better be for the... Yeah, not the tiles. Alright, let's get going, guys. All these sweepies are doing a fantastic job. Finally got that second cube in there. We had a cube and like 3 cones. 3 of these. And I did say I wanted that to be a sphere, didn't I? It's fine. Please someone come and do this. They're all busy down here, aren't they? Oh man. It's just very toasty everywhere, you know? Ah. There's a good lass. Alright. Just this one left. That's it. Very nice. Alright. Very good to see. Okay, now. And then we're gonna run that one across there. We're gonna snip that there, and that there. And shipping. That can go up there like that. That's quite interesting. Let's just cut that there so that we at least get everything going. No, that's not what I want. I need to actually get everything out of here. Okay, well, it'll go eventually. Plumbing time. I'm so sorry, I'm just terrible. Radiant liquid pipe. Step 1. We're gonna run this all the way through here. Like so. Yay, it fits. And then it goes up. Remember, duplicants won't come down here, so the bad decor can't hurt them. And it doesn't even go through mesh tiles. How cool is that? Alright, plumbing. We obviously need petroleum to come in for here, so this can be where we do our automation for that. So if it comes out of here and it's above a certain temperature, we send it off this way. I suppose so. For now, let's just figure out how we're going to do this. I think... I think just doing something like this again will work, or at least it should. I think there's a slight issue with the fact that these hold liquid themselves. So we're stuck with the issue of like having enough and then having too much, you know, like we flip back and forth between not having enough petrol in the system and then having far too much petrol in the system. And like, there's a serious issue with automation in this game that you can't read things for certain inputs, you know, like I'll attach the input to this loop. I think I've just figured out the problem for this. So we're going to have 2 storage tanks for liquid. One will go here. And one will go here. And I can't flip them, which sucks. But we're just going to have to live with it. Okay, so new petrol's going to come in and it will read the fullness on this, on the 2 liquid tanks, right? And then if they're below a certain amount, it will add more. And that will stop the loop from ever overfilling because the tanks will always be a little bit empty, right? And then if they get too empty, then they will start telling the... whatchamacallit, you know what I'm talking about. The liquid shutoff to add more petroleum. That sounds pretty good, yeah? So, let's... before I forget, let's take the gas out of here. Oh, and I can't. We'll have to go this way. What's that? That can be our new outlet pipe. Like that, yeah. To there. That can go, that can go. As a matter of fact, that will connect into there. And then we'll remove these pipes here. Which will just tidy things up a little bit and make it all more coherent. That also means that these can go. Does it? Yes. Yes, it does, because we're going to go like... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Insulated gas pipe. That's going to come up to here. That's going to go that way, then it's going to go out that way. Yeah. And then... No, it won't. We're going to get rid of all of this. That's going to go across there. That's going to go up, across, and up. And these will go. Those can all go. That can go. Those can go. These can go. That ought to have tidied things up a little bit. I could even run it. No, I won't do that. This is the way. Alright, stop overthinking it. This is now idle. Yep, okay. Yes, alright, now plumbing. New petrol gets introduced in here. This pipe here can actually be deconstructed. It has served its purpose and it is now exclusively in my way. Okay. Now I gotta stop putting this off. I have procrastinated every possible option. Liquid comes in. it comes out. It goes in, comes out. Actually, I think I've solved all my problems. That goes like that, and then we have liquid comes in from the top. If not, it goes across this way, right? If not, then it inputs in there. And then it goes all the way through here, all the way around, dumps a bunch of heat in here, and then comes back out. And then it needs to come up here. Plumbing, please. Back to plumbing. Like that. Probably shouldn't have those up there, though. Because I don't want these getting too hot. It's going to come up here. We're actually going to take that radiant liquid pipe and we're going to go like this. Uh-oh, that's not good. What do we do about that? Run it up here. To here. And then it can come straight down here. That's still radiant. I should not be doing that. I hate how that happens. That's going to get run up here, across here. That doesn't have a bypass. Is that because I want it to always go in or not? What have I done? Oh my goodness, what have I done? This is fine. We can salvage this. So that's got to go out through there. This is going to get snipped here. This is going to go that way. This is going to get snipped here. And then we're going to have a liquid bridge right there. Yeah, that's how we want things. In that case, then this can come down here like that. We can snip that one. Those can go. Those can go. That can go. But we're not going to get rid of the liquid pipe. That's staying. Okay, that's very good. Alright, so in theory we come up here across... Across, up, across like that. Very nice. Then we get our insulated insulated liquid pipe. Is that ceramic? No, it's granite. Which is perfectly fine. And then we're going to come back down here into there. That works, right? And then I can just run this in here, out here, cancel those. And then it does one more pass through here. In, out. And snips there, right? Yeah. Okay. Plumbing, and then the last thing I need is those bridges. Now it's going that way. Like that. All we're missing is a singular radiant tube there. And a single radiant tube there. Alright. Let's get that done. I'll be back in just a minute. Hopefully, I think this will work a lot better than what I had before. Now, of course, I did disconnect these because we were hurting for power. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. We're going to get this all built up. Alright. Very nicely done. We've just got a few little bits of wall here to put back in, and Ren is down here sweeping everything up. But aside from that, we are good. I've left 20 ton of clay on the ground because it's going to get used. Like it needs to be there anyway, so that's fine. And they never come in here. So I think this is much nicer. So we've got this here, will have all the iron in it. And I need to copy those settings there, so it won't go off whenever the dupe can stand there. I think that's the tile that iron and stuff gets dropped onto. I also actually need one of them. I think that's the tile as well. Let's just make one. And we will turn that off for now. Now, one of these will have metal or iron. And that will have raw mineral fossil. Well, there we go. And we've got a few little bits of pipe to be done, which is all good. This is what we're up to now. So they'll get that done whilst I'm fiddling here. Now, this will be tungsten forever. This will be iron ore to iron. In fact, let's go pyrite to iron for a little bit. So this one's actually going to hold pyrite as well. So let's go for both of them. That way it doesn't particularly matter, it'll do both. Now hopefully that is the right tile. I'm fairly certain it is. So that's how we're going to turn it off, right? So, once this has stuff on it, it'll turn off. But for now, we're going to have these turned on to... Oh, actually, that one doesn't need to be there. I just remembered, because that'll get turned off from the storage room. But that one definitely needs, and I'm fairly sure it's one of these two. But let's... Hopefully someone's gonna come and do it. Hopefully it'll drop above too. It's a nightmare keeping in here clean. But now I do believe we are plumbing. What is that doing there? Alright, but I've got to do the switch for the plumbing. So let's build this here. That'll be the input there. So we're going to have a liquid shut off. Like that. That's going to go down there, I suppose. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Which means we need a bridge. And that's the hot water coming up. Yes. Okay, so automation. We'll need a wire and a NOT switch, I think. So we're going to have that come to there. We are going to need a NOT switch, of course. But that'll continue on down to there. Now let's go back to automation. That sends a green signal when it's less... Oh wait, so I don't even need a NOT switch? So it turns on when it gets under a certain amount and turns off when it gets back above it. That seems fine as is. I don't need a NOT gate. Okay, that's very nice. But I do need power. Yes, I do. And I think I can just do that. That's all quite important. Now this will be, we're going to say 50 and 25. Just to play it super duper safe. Very good. So hopefully they will get all that done. Nice and promptly. Alright, well, I suppose I'll be back in a little bit. Now this will circulate some heat through here, because remember, all of these items are going to come across here, up here, and into here before they go anywhere else. So they're going to get cooled down anyway, so why not use them a little bit as a heatsink? So yeah, I'm going to get this done real quick, and then we're going to look at running my test sour gas condenser, just to make sure it runs when scaled up, and I'll talk a teeny weeny bit about its design as well, because I did not design it. I have shamelessly stolen someone else's design. Okay, so it drops it in that middle tile there, so we're going to deconstruct that. We are going to need one of these here. Power and conveyor rail. And we will need something like... Yikes. That. And this will only take the sedimentary rock away. And that is for... Where is it? Consumable ore lime. Very good. Now this will be iron to steel, and we're not going to go forever on that one because I'm just going to make it to demand for now until I've got my storage system in. So we'll leave that alone. But yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just bringing you guys back really quick here because I'm trying to figure this out. So I want to burn off petrol if for two reasons. One, if it's too hot, or secondly, if there's too much liquid in the loop, right? Because I don't want it filling up too much. So I'm just trying to figure out, this is an ore gate here. And I've got a liquid shutoff. If we go plumbing, that's got a liquid shutoff there to go out this way, into the petrol, into the plastic thingies. I will also have to have an off switch for these, which goes under here, I think. That one I think will be because that's the only thing that comes in here. So once this is full, then we'll stop it. So actually what I'll do is something similar to, where is it? Right here. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned automation. Because these kept flickering on and off, which was kind of frustrating, and I want them to evenly produce heat and then evenly lose heat kind of thing. So I want them like all running at once or not at all. What I've done here is, if we run it, we'll slow it down and run it. So we're producing ethanol at the moment, which is very good. But now it's turned off, so we've stopped producing ethanol because this has seen ethanol in this pipe for, like, an amount of time. Now the filter gate will only let a green signal through if it receives a green signal for a specific amount of time. Now watch here, see it flicked on? And because it's been on for a little while, it turns off. But now it's flickering to allow these to run. Now if we go plumbing, it's because this pipe is actually empty and it's refilling this. So it waits until, because this is obviously going to produce more than will fill up this one packet. So it turns it on, them all on at once for a little bit, and then they'll all be off for quite a while. So I could do something like that with, which bit was it? With this. Because I'll be, you know, extracting it somewhere. So figuring out the liquid reservoir. Automation there. So we're gonna have an OR gate, so we need it to be green. When either this or both of them at the same time are green. So at least one of them. So we'll be constantly introducing new coolant to the loop. You know what? I think this whole thing is a bad idea. We're going to cancel that one. The only justification for this being on is if the loop is too full. Which won't happen very often, but it means I can change it. So I can burn off a bit, you know, if I need more plastic for any reason. So that is how it works, right? We've got it working over here. Green if it's below, so we want it to be inverse of that, right? So we want it to be green when it gets above. Yeah, so that's right, not gate there. Okay, that's good enough for now. Alright, I'm gonna let them build the rest of this. Back in just a minute. Alright, that's all of that. Obviously there's a few little bits of insulated tile here left to go, but that's all okay. And a little bit of sweeping left to do. Righto, so the only other thing I haven't mentioned, I've set this weight plate to 100 kilograms, so they don't activate when the duplicates run over them. If I just change this to, I don't know, say, I think dupes weigh 45 kilos. So we're just gonna let you finish that. And then run you over this tile. Wait. Okay. So if I change this to... Wait, maybe it'll tell me. Properties... Oh, 30 kilograms. There we go. So I've set it to 100 so it doesn't activate when duplicates run over it, and it's only when stuff starts piling up there. Now, of course, because this only takes sedimentary rock, so that'll only leave the lime behind right there. This is for fossil, this is for iron ore and pyrite. I think we've gone over this. That's the lime, that's the refined carbon. Now, that will need a... well, one of these here, from the refined carbon, which will come out here. But that's for later on, because I actually want to, once they get all this cleaned up and everything, divert my attention to the sour gas condenser, of course, which is this space right here. So what we might do is save this real quick. Yes, I do. There we go. And we're going to load the sandbox again. In we go, to have a look at this sour gas boiler. Now, I'll link to the YouTube video I watched to get an idea of how this all works, because I've actually never built a sour gas boiler / condenser before. So to jump right in and make a very low tech one is quite the thing. That was my cooling loop. And down here we go. So this is what I've copied. And if we have a quick look through here, there were 2 ways of sucking up this methane liquid, right? Because sour gas condenses at negative 161.5 degrees Celsius, and then turns back into gas at, a little bit above that again. So all we need to do is get it cold for long enough for a mini liquid pump to pick up, or alternatively, if the whole chamber's cold enough... My cat's gonna hop up on the bench. Yep, there he is. Hey, buddy. There we go, in the lap. Or if it's all cold enough in here, which it should get cold enough, for a big liquid pump, and then for it to run through liquid valves set at, well, 1 kilogram a second actually, but, yep, and he's up. So it picks it up and runs it backwards up, so we'll go from the start actually. Sour gas just comes in at, well, that's coming in at 539 degrees Celsius. And it just winds its way down through these metal tiles here. Oh, my cat's a rascal. Until it comes out here. And, it's down to negative 12 degrees by this point. Then it ends up in here. This will overpressurize if we run this at... Oh, you're a little jerk. I just need to move my keyboard or the cat's going to actually jump on it. Let's just put it on that side of the desk. I know this cat. There we go. Oh my... Right, now that's sorted. So... There we go, that's flashed back to liquid again. So that's that. Now, then once that flashes to liquid, it gets pumped up backwards and dumps its heat back into, the cold into the oncoming. That's back up to 140 Celsius. But because it's less, or it's a kilogram or less, it's not turning into a gas in the pipes. So that's the principle of it. Now I scaled it up a little. In theory, I will be able to make this process 1 kilogram a second. That's a big in theory. Now, one thing to note, we must use thermoregulators, not thermo-aquatuners, because I need to run something countercurrent to the liquid pipes, and I need to run... I need a liquid that will get cold enough to liquefy methane, right? And most liquids will solidify by that point. I think the only like super viable option is supercoolant. So if we come and have a look at a few liquids, liquids, that's solid, like that solidifies at -56. Chlorine solidifies at -101. What else? Liquids. So gases are really the best option we've got. Obviously there's methane, but then it solidifies at -182, and that was actually a little bit of a problem I was having here when I got it running in the first place, was the methane was solidifying. So that's not really a good option. Nuclear waste solidifies at above 0. And we can't keep it in the pipes anyway. It hates staying in pipes. Phosphorus solidifies. Propane's not in the game. Sucrose is liquid at like over 50 degrees. Supercoolant's really the only option, which doesn't solidify until -271. Which is even lower than oxygen, I'm fairly certain. Let's have a look here. Yeah, -218. And I think what supercoolant was 270 something. Yeah, -271. So, yeah, that's why I need to use a gas. Now, what I am going to do, I've got two things I need to do. One, I want to fit a sweepy in here because look, we're getting just a bit of free sulfur there. And I want to sweep that up. Secondly, come on, brain. What do I need to do? Come on. Yes, I need to dig, and actually, let's go back home. Cookie. Alright. We are back. So, if we come down here, there's some sour gas. So, condenser's -161.5. Now, here is the cooling calculator from Oni Assistant, which is a fantastic website. If you want to do anything, it's really, really good. Like, it does all of the maths for you. So as you can see here, I've got sour gas as a gas. We're cooling 1 kilogram 1 second from 100 degrees Celsius down to -161. Now, this is, in my opinion, a stretched estimate of what we're going to need, because we're running the methane back up against the hot sour gas for a start, and the sour gas is going to be a little bit cooler coming in, because remember, we're going to boil it, maybe not here, maybe down here instead, but then we will pump it counterflow to the cold, quote-unquote cold, crude oil that's coming in, right? So that's, the cold naphtha that's coming in. So it will be, whatever temperature the naphtha is really, it might be, like 200 degrees, so let's actually bump that up to 200. There we go. So as you can see, we need 8.6 thermonullifiers. We don't have 8.6 thermonullifiers, so I'm going to use one of them, which will, keep in mind, we consistently have, if we come up here, yes, where is it? We consistently have excess hydrogen. So that's not a huge issue. And if we do need hydrogen, we can set up one more electrolyzer up here somewhere and just, or like, next time I get some plug slugs or something, put them in a box somewhere and just have them reproduce. Because these things don't need a lot. They need like, 86 grams a second, so each one individually needs 10 grams a second. That's a teeny tiny amount. Like, these need how much? I don't know, actually. Well, I suppose we can figure it out. Looks like 100 grams a second at least. That's a very, very vague guess. So that all seems pretty okay. So yeah, we'll use that one thermo nullifier up here, which also means I'm going to have to dig a big long column down the side here, and then straight across this way. And I'm gonna have to vacuum it out, and because I'm gonna pump 2 little gas pipes all the way across here, all the way up here, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to, well, here, and then across. And we're gonna, yeah, put the pipes through there. So that's gonna be quite fun. Now we can also grow a few wheezeworts, which would be pretty good. Like, we have so much phosphorite, it's absurd. Do I have it here still? No, I don't. Let's find it. Phosphorite, 71 ton. Because, as we know, the Drecos produce it. Let's go home. There we go, there's a bunch of phosphorite in here, and I know the pinch of pepper nuts need it, but they don't need very much at all. 1 Dreco covers that. We have a bunch others in here. Now, what's your problem? Pressure? Not enough chlorine. Something to sort out later on. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So I might have to call it quits there, and we'll look into, or I will personally look into digging this frankly absurd channel that I'm gonna have to dig. It's gonna be, oh boy, it's gonna be a job, all right. But we can, yeah, grow a few wheezeworts and stuff. And we can also, of course, run the thermoregulators to get it that last little bit for, like, whatever it needs, you know. Just the few little degrees that I think it'll be at the end there, on its way past. So that all sounds pretty good to me. I'm going to call it the... Oh, that doesn't look good. That's all getting a bit toasty up here. Why is that so hot? You know what? We can deconstruct that and replace it with a better pump, which we will do. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to call it there. Next time we're going to... Like, there's no point building this until I've got this cooling loop in. So I'll be working on that in the background for a little while. And in the meantime, before that, I will find where to build this storage system, I suppose. I could put it here. But then it's, like, not really centralized, which kind of ruins the point. Like, I want it at least as best I can right in the middle of the map. Which really would be, like, here. I could put it right below here, I suppose. That'd probably be a better place for it. But that would mean that... No, I can do that. I'll just have to oxygen-proof this whole bit down here. Which I think I can do. So we'll have a monument in here, I think. Because obviously none of these things are going to stay. Like, the hydrogen generators are already a little bit useless. It's going to be a while before I need to break in, like, here. That's a bunch of hydrogen that needs to be burned off. And there's a bunch more over here. Yeah, a few thousand kilograms. So yeah, those are my thoughts for now. Anyway. Hope you've all enjoyed that. I'm glad I've got all this going, and I'm a bit more concrete on my plans for that sour gas condenser. Until then, I think I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.